Hey team, I'm super excited to get to serve in person with you guys starting this Sunday because it's been 12 weeks of no in-person serving of guest services, and so yeah, I'm excited to be back with y'all. You know, I heard a quote, and I honestly don't remember where it was from, but it talked about the fact that the church is the only organization that exists not to serve the people in the organization, but people outside of it. You know, that's what our team is about. We're about making people feel welcome and at home so that they feel comfortable enough to kind of start to let their guard down and potentially experience Jesus and life change through Him. And while this is going to be a different season for us as a church family, our mission of seeing people exchange their old life for new life in Christ and then live out their purpose has not changed. Some ways we're going to serve people have changed, but the mission is still 100% the same. So what's changed? Number one, maybe don't do handshakes. If somebody sticks their hand out to you and you're comfortable enough to shake their hand, go for it. Whatever. But you don't necessarily need to initiate a handshake with somebody. If you want to elbow them, that's perfect. If you're kind of comfortable with knucks, that's probably good too. But maybe stick with the elbows mostly. And like I said, if they want a handshake with you, go for it. A lot of you are probably wondering about masks. Do you need to wear them or not? I'm going to wear a mask for at least the next couple of weeks. And here's why. I'm not wearing a mask because I'm super concerned about catching coronavirus. Now, I'm mindful of it, but it's not what I'm super concerned about. Instead, I'm concerned about people feeling safe and comfortable here. People are starting to get back out into society, and for a lot of people, this idea of gathering back with a lot of others, it's still a little daunting. And so when they come here, I want them to feel comfortable and safe. And if me wearing a mask helps them feel comfortable, great. Because what's a mask do to me? Fog up my glasses just a little bit. That's the only inconvenience of it. So I'm going to suggest, I'm not going to require it, but I'm going to suggest you wear a mask. The only people that I am going to require wearing masks are our ushers, and I'll talk about why a little bit later in this video. But if you just don't want to wear a mask and you get scheduled to serve as an usher, just let your coordinator know, hey, I don't want to wear a mask, you switch my position, and they're going to do it, no questions asked, no concerns. So if you don't want to wear one, just don't serve as an usher. Anywhere else, you've got that option to or not to wear a mask. Alright, now I'm going to spend a little bit of time in the rest of this video walking through how each of our positions have changed just a little bit. Honestly, they're not great changes, they're just kind of tweaks to what's going on. Alright, so a new here host. New here host is moving outside of the lobby entrance. We're trying to keep everything out of the lobby as much as possible because we have a small lobby. Crowding tends to happen in there. So new here host, things really haven't changed for you. You're simply going to meet people, you're going to learn their name, figure out how they heard about the exchange. You know, have you lived in Pearl your whole life? What do you do for a living? Those kind of common questions that you would ask people anyway. And then instead of handing them the gifts, they're going to be hanging out right here. I just didn't drag them out here today. But you're just going to go, hey, we'd love to give you a gift. You can grab yours. That way I don't touch it for you. And then it's that simple. So that's your new here host roles and where it's moved. All right, parking lot host. Things are going to look a tad different for you guys, because we are actually going to barricade off all of these front parking spots because our check-in is moving outside to kind of keep people from being inside the building. Our entrance into the gathering space is also going to change. People aren't going to be entering through the lobby. They're instead going to be entering in the side doors of the gathering space. And so parking lot host, you're going to be a traffic guard as you already were. You're just going to make sure people are getting across the street safely. So anytime a family or a single person for that matter is walking out, just want to make sure you step out with them to stop traffic and show them where the hole through the barricades are. You can point them towards check-in and towards the main gathering entrance and how that has changed a bit. All right, front door host, since people aren't going to be entering in through our lobby, your role is really going to be to point people towards check-in and to point people towards the new entrance for the gathering space. So you're going to kind of catch them before they even get into the front doors to let them know, hey guys, you can go and check in around the building, or you can head into the gathering space down here. The only reason people really need to be headed into the lobby and down the hallway is if they're headed to the restrooms, because the cafe is not going to have coffee and you're not going to be entering in to any of the kids spaces or to the gathering space through the front door unless the gathering has started. Once it starts, we will start to let people through the lobby into the gatherings. All right, worship center host, since we are not entering through the lobby, we're going to be entering through these side doors here into the gathering space. That means worship center host, you now are hanging out here by these doors. They'll be propped open like all our doors throughout the building to cut down on people touching them. And so you're going to be here, people are going to line themselves down the side of our building, and you're going to introduce yourself or say hello, welcome, and you're going to go, how many people are in your party? They're going to tell you, you're going to say, all right, cool, we're sitting you by parties, and then we're going to take and distance you 2 chairs from the next party that gets here. But if your whole party isn't here, if you guys will just wait for them, that way other people don't have to cross across you in the chairs. All right, and ushers, that's where you're going to come in. So you're now going to be ushering people into our space. And so I'm going to walk with you guys into our space here. So it looks just a little bit different. We have solid rows instead of our center row or our center aisle. And so ushers, you're going to take people and you're going to sit them front to back, left to right. And so you're going to sit a party of 2, 6, or even just 1, and you're going to sit them. And as soon as you get to their last person, you're going to grab some little sheets of paper we've given you that just signify that 2 chairs are to be left empty. You're going to drop them in those 2 chairs, and then you're going to walk back and usher the next party into our gathering space. I know that's going to be a little different. I know it's going to take some time, but this is going to help us keep people distant from each other to help keep them safe and healthy in our space. All right, ushers, I told you I'd tell you why you're wearing a mask. It's because you're going to be in really close proximity, way closer than anybody else on our team, to people as you're ushering them into our space. And so we're just asking you to wear a mask because we want to be mindful of how people are feeling right now. We want everybody to feel safe and comfortable as they're here, and when they feel safe and comfortable, it's gonna let them let down their barriers, and they're more likely to experience Jesus. And that's really the point of all of these changes that we're making, all of these social distancing guidelines that we are trying to adhere to. It's ultimately so that people feel safe and comfortable here with us so that they'll experience Jesus. That's all of this, guys. If you've got questions, please don't hesitate to call me, email me, text me, whatever. Reach out to your coordinators. If you don't know how to get in touch with me, they'll get you in touch with me. I'm here to talk with you and help you feel comfortable with the changes we're making as well. I love you guys, and I'm looking forward to serving with you this Sunday.